everybody, welcome back to my channel. So let's jump into today's video. King of Christmas was so kind to gift me a tree this year, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to fluff a tree like a professional. When you first pull your tree out of the box, it is extremely compressed for shipping and handling and all of that, so you definitely have to give it a very good first fluff. And even after it's been stored for about 10 months, you know, by the time we're ready to pull it back out, the branches have come back in and it needs a good fluff to look as good as it can. I am of the opinion that any tree can look amazing if you put in the right work. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that. But of course, I think King of Christmas offers top tier Christmas trees. They have beautiful different options, whether you're going for a flocked version, which I received last year. I love the flocked tree, or a classic green tree. I picked the 8-foot Tribeca blue spruce, I think is the exact name. I think it's beautiful like for a woodland tree. We're doing this in our media room / kids playroom. So this is going to be our family tree for the year, and I think it's going to look absolutely beautiful. So this tree does have 650 warm LED lights, and the lights have 8 different options. I love that the lights are warm because a lot of the trees on the market now have like super blue toned LED lights. Thank you so much, King of Christmas, for sponsoring this video. And if you guys are interested in this tree or any of the other beautiful King of Christmas trees, I will have a link to their website in my description box below. So let's get started and let me show you how to fluff a Christmas tree like a pro. All right, so straight out of the box, I like to go ahead and pull everything out and then set it aside. So typically they'll have your first piece and it will be labeled either like 1, 2, 3, 4 or A, B, C, D. So obviously you're going to start with your first number or your first letter of the alphabet. The thing that I love the most about King of Christmas is the fact that they also send you a storage bag. These are amazing. So you're not trying to squeeze your tree back into the box year after year. These are much easier to use. And King of Christmas also will send you some shaping gloves. These are amazing. I don't like the way that the branches feel, like my hands will feel after I mess with them. So wearing these also keeps your arms from getting all nicked from the branches as well. Make sure you do not throw away your manual. Keep that for in case of emergency. But also they have the King of Christmas remote in there, which is so much easier. You don't have to like go mess with the foot pedal or anything, which these trees do come with the foot pedal, which is great. Sometimes you do need that, but I love having the remote. For now, I am just going to set up the base. And again, just pull it apart. It's super easy. And then you're going to secure the tree with this little hook enclosure right here. I like to work section by section. I think it's much easier to make sure you really fluff your trees. Okay, I have my gloves on and I am ready to start fluffing this tree. So again, I like to start truly from the lowest base I can. When it comes to working on an artificial tree, you want to mimic what a real tree would look like, if you will. So what I like to do is like this first 2, I like to come in and, maybe not that high, but I want to make sure I'm covering the base of the tree. So I come in and I just make different little V's, and I want them to be a little bit different, like staggered. That way it really fills in the bottom of the tree and makes it so you can't see through it. So that's definitely a key point. And you don't want them to stick straight up per se. You want them to still follow a natural tree progression, you know, like the branches are coming out, not straight up. So work your way that way. And I love when trees have these extra little pieces that just kind of branch off, so you can really make it nice and full. Now I'm going to work on this first piece, and luckily there's only 2 sections of these branches. So I'm going to work here down on the floor and I will show you guys what this looks like next. We have the first layer done, and now I'm going to work on the second layer of the base. Unfortunately, all these did kind of fall down, so I'm going to try to just work from one side and kind of just like push them to the side. It's filling in beautifully. I think you'll really be able to tell the shape like once we get this part done. It's kind of hard with just like the 2 layers of branches on the bottom, but it's coming together beautifully. I'm going to keep the same process and making my V's and bringing everything towards the front and just kind of filling in as best I can, taking a step back after I do a few branches, especially now that we're like in the bigger part of the tree. Take a few steps back and seeing what it looks like. So let's work on that. Now we are in a much better position. We are off the floor. We're now being able to work here. So this part definitely goes a lot easier. Again, the same method. It does take quite some time, but I think it is coming together nicely and the tree is looking absolutely beautiful and luscious and full and nothing like it did straight out of the box. So these are some tried and true tips and tricks for you to be able to fluff your tree and get it beautiful like a pro. So as I get closer to the top, I'm definitely focusing more on going side to side in the tree and not so much like up. I'm trying to keep them a little bit flatter, covering more with side to side, if that makes sense. If that makes sense to you guys. And then sometimes you'll find that the little branch tips have kind of bent over. So just bend them back straight and you can manipulate them. That's what I do love about these classic tip trees is you can really manipulate every single branch to look exactly how you want it. And that is it for today. I hope you guys found this video helpful, and I do hope you go check out King of Christmas. They have so many beautiful options. I truly do not think you can go wrong with any of their Christmas products. They are truly a great company, and I have loved everything that I've received from them. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Bye, y'all.